It's week 10 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the 2021 leader in passing yards and touchdowns, Tom Brady. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bucs and the Hawks, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is expanding across borders as we join you from Munich, Germany, and fabled Allianz Arena. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo. Here we go. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 11 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. 11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively. Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play. And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see. I think you're exactly right about that. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 5-4 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment. Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone. You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams. And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now Brady, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at him right now. Instead, it went against him.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second and a yard, Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert. Much on third and a yard. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Brady going to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Brady now to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Brady now on first down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw is Brady. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, here's Fournette. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Succop's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Give him 30 yards there.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Myers' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles' birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 22, Brady. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Succop's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Complete to Jones. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stout. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Again, it's Brady. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
gun, Fournette. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle's game plans, theirs has been superior.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Inside handoff now to Fournette. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work.
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes it 24-13. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. People still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense?
And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game. But that run there, that may get him.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Brady again. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Brady going to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
53 yards rushing for the Bears. This rookie season continues. So first and 10 now from the 30. Lockett the man in motion. Back to Walker on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On second down, it's Walker. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Garoppolo now. And a throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So with that, you figure, now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Brady now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second and 10, Brady to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. is Brady on third down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The quarterback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So the victory here for Seattle, and we talked so much